100 years ago, we had the socialism of fools, where leftists would end up blaming every ill in capitalist society on the Jewish people. Now we have the anti-imperialism of fools, where you have leftists blaming every ill in the world on the Jewish state. When I've seen anti-Israel protests over the past 20 years, they've always felt so much more bitter and wicked in parts, and ironically pro-war rather than anti-war. So they've always had a tendency of being pro-Hamas or pro-Hezbollah. It was about 15 or 20 years ago that there was a march in London where people were chanting, "We are all Hezbollah." And people openly chant for the destruction of the Jewish state, which is the world's only Jewish state. We've seen that over the past year on the manicured lawns of Columbia University, on British campuses as well, on the streets of our cities. We've seen people calling for the violent destruction, the violent dismantling of the world's only Jewish nation. And I've watched this grow over the past decade or 2 decades, and I've thought, this doesn't feel like anti-imperialism as I've known it. This doesn't feel like an anti-war sentiment. This feels far more elemental and guttural and pro-war and anti-Jewish.